It's finally technically summer, even though the weather has felt like summer for a couple of weeks here in Greece now. And I'm finally prepping to go on all of my summer trips. I was supposed to be sailing last week, but a series of unfortunate events happened, trying to get a new transit log for the boat and my friend hurting his back. So we're running a little bit late. So I'm gonna go run a bunch of errands today to try to get ready to go on my trips, because the minute I get back from sailing, I'm leaving like 2 or 3 days later to go on an island hopping trip. My first stop here was Sephora in Kolonaki because I'm getting a haircut. I had to get moisturizer and more sunscreen because you definitely need that here. It's interesting though, it looks like it's gonna rain, which would be kind of unusual here in June. Let's take a look. Well, it's not as bad as it looked on the way over in the taxi. There was this dark sky. Let me see if I can show you over here. Maybe it won't rain, maybe it's just cloudy. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it's definitely helping with the temperature. This is where one of the new metro stations will be, here in Kolonaki Square. I can't wait for this one to be done. I always end up taking a taxi because it's just, especially in the summer, it's just not convenient to get over here from the other metro station. And look, now you can see the cloud. That's crazy. I have some time to kill before my appointment, so I'm gonna do some window shopping because Kolonaki has some great stores. Not all of them affordable though. That's why it'll be window shopping. I haven't been up here since my last haircut, so there are new stores. This is not one of them, but just noticing all the new stores and coffee shops. Sometimes I do wonder about the amount of coffee shops here in Athens. How many can we sustain? But I guess they keep opening, and I guess if they do well, they stay open. I don't know. It's always interesting to me. I did it. I think I cut like 5 inches off. It needed it. I haven't had it this short in a while, so it feels great. It's perfect for summer. He added tons of layers, so you might see me with wavier hair this summer because it's when it gets short, I actually have waves. So, but oh, it feels fantastic. I love it. And it's sprinkling, and it kept thundering while I was sitting in the chair, and my hairdresser kept looking at me going, ah. It's weird that the first day of summer and it's raining or trying to rain and thundering. That's not normal. So, but it feels so nice. It's like the temperature isn't that much lower. It's like maybe 2 or 3 degrees Celsius lower, but it feels amazing. And I think because the sun isn't fully out, I don't feel like I'm baking like I have been for the past couple of weeks. I couldn't get a taxi to go to my next errand, so I'm going up to the bus, which in Kolonaki means stairs. Ooh. If you've been watching me for a really long time, then you knew I used to come down here and feed the cats. And they had somebody that fed them, but I would come down here and love them. Look, they've put out houses for them. And one of them is it has a sticker that says it's from the Demos. My asthma does not like all those stairs. When I lived over here, I was probably more used to it. I'm waiting for the bus now. There's a little concrete barrier that I'm sitting on, so at least I have a place to sit, and it's not raining, so that's good. Sometimes I do miss living up here, but I don't miss the stairs. Back at the place that I keep spending lots of time in, Lemuel Merlin. I planted some seeds like 2 weeks ago, and they have sprouted, and I need more soil. I gave the Lemuel Merlin cat some snacks. Apparently her name is Nefeli, which means cloud in Greek. Yes. I petted her, but she's shedding like crazy. Yes. Hi. I bought some of these, 1 tomato and 1 cucumber, and that's what I need planters for, because they've gone nuts. I always have to come out and see if there's any plants I can't live without. I'm actually looking for a lime tree. I see lemon trees all the time, but I don't really like lemon. I know that's kind of shocking living in Greece. I mean, I'll eat it, but I'm not a huge fan. But I want a lime tree. I put lime on stuff, and I can make drinks with it. But I never see them. I think I'm gonna have to find a bigger local nursery, maybe. I thought about just growing it myself, but I found out that growing a lime tree, the limes take 4 to 10 years to produce fruit, so that's not gonna happen. My hair is looking a little sad because I'm just running around and it's very windy outside. Oh, I scared the cat. She was following me, and it's cloudy again. All right, I bought so much I had to get the big bag. So now I've got to try to find a bus. These are the things that I bought in little, like where you plant the seedlings. So I read online that once the tomatoes start to get their real leaves, these are like seedling leaves, they call them something, then you can start to separate them. So I think when I get back from sailing, they should be ready to be separated. I have no idea about the cucumbers. Need to do research on them, see what I need to do with them. And then I bought another one of these, but with eggplant. And I bought more flour. Well, I bought flowers this time, which I've never bought, because I bought these when I went to the Jisk. And I bought more hanging ones, so the tomatoes will probably actually go in some hanging ones once they get a little bit bigger. We'll see. My balcony is turning into quite the garden. I bought this plant also when I had the rental car, and it got a new leaf and it finally finished unfurling. Now it's got to kind of strengthen up and get a little bit darker. And of course there's the never-ending task of laundry that needs to be done, but especially needs to be done before you go out on vacation. And even though it's Saturday, I'm starting this now because it's going to take at least a day probably for each load to dry. So I'll do one tonight, see how much I can hang up on my laundry rack, and then probably do another load tomorrow, so that hopefully by Tuesday afternoon when I'm ready to go to my friend's sailboat, my clothes will be dry. I don't need all of them, but since I'm coming back and I don't have much time, I need some of those clothes to be ready for the next trip. This was not the plan. So like, please don't blame me for poor planning. My plan was to go sailing. I was supposed to be back tomorrow, and then I would have a whole week and like 2 days before I went on my next trip, but that's not happening, but that's okay. I can pack pretty fast, and in the summer it's super easy, you know, throw a couple shorts in and some dresses and my bathing suits and I'm done. Even though it is Sunday, I worked all day today because I'm going sailing and I needed to get work done so that I could actually go sailing, hence no makeup, and my hair is from yesterday. But I did throw that second load of laundry in just now so that I can get that hung out to dry, so hopefully tomorrow night I can pack. The afternoon light and my shutter was being down because it's been so warm outside makes an interesting pattern behind me. And I noticed something while I was filming. I normally put my mic on my shirt and my hair covers it. Sometimes I put it inside, but you can see it now that my hair is shorter. So get used to that, because sometimes when I put it inside the shirt, it rubs and you guys can hear it. So, you know, it's not looking so great the second day, but sometimes after I wash it and style it myself, it's better. But I really didn't care, because now that I've finished my day job, I have got to go work on last week's video, which you've already seen. I owe a brand the video, just to kind of give you a behind the scenes of what's that like. So sometimes they want to see the video in advance, so I've got to get that to them by tomorrow. And that's one of the things that I need to get done. So my plan is to get that done and a little bit of my Greek homework, and that's all I'm gonna try to do today. I'll do the rest tomorrow, and then I'll probably pack on Tuesday morning because we're not leaving till like Tuesday afternoon. It is now time to tackle Greek homework. Fortunately, because I was supposed to be on vacation, he didn't give me a lot, so I'm gonna do hopefully most of it now. There is one thing that I didn't get, so I've contacted him, but it's something I can do really quickly tomorrow on my lunch break. It's late, it's like 10:30, and I'm uploading the video, so I need to get that done before I can go to bed. So I'm out here on the balcony, and I'm going to hook the water up to my new plants. So, and it's grown quite a bit out here. So for those of you who are following my gardening journey, you might find this interesting. I don't know, let me know. The plants that need to be added to the watering are this aloe vera and actually this succulent that I keep forgetting what it's called. And then I bought some potted flowers the other day. I was trying to grow a lavender sprig, but that didn't work out. I threw it out. And then I think I decided to get some eggplant seedlings as well, so I need to put those on. So okay, I think I've got everything done. So I'm gonna turn it on for just a few seconds and test it. Well, yeah, everybody seems to be getting water. I think that means, except for packing, and maybe I'll even have time to do some cleaning, I'm pretty much done. So that's great. Just hope that all my plants don't die while I'm gone. Because I come out here like twice a day and check on them, even though they're on the watering system. At this point, everything starts to go south, and you'll see why. But in these clips, I'm on my way to go look at a used car. Hi guys. So you'll notice I'm in front of the boat, and the boat is in the marina, but I'm not on it. And that's because we've had more issues. My friend left the sailboat yard where he was and started sailing, and the engine crapped out on him. And he kind of limped his way in, got the engine restarted, but we've got to go get engine parts. And then yesterday, I was walking over here, and I had this camera in my bag, and I had a Coke in my bag, and the Coke opened and ruined the SD card so far. So I think the footage I shot yesterday is gone. So, you know, it's just been one of those weeks where everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And we're not sure how long this is going to take to fix. So I don't think I'm going to really be sailing. It looks like I'm probably just going to join him somewhere and like hang out on the boat for a day or two to swim. But you know what? It's okay. I am leaving to go to an island in 2 weeks, and I am buying the car. So I will have a car for the rest of the summer, which will be great because I'm going down to the Manny later this summer to cat sit again, and it'll be great to have a car. We were able to get the part for the engine, so I am waiting to make sure that my friend makes it to his next spot down in Glafada. The marina that we were in wouldn't let him stay another night, so unfortunately he's going to have to do this repair in the water, which is not great. But over here is calm-ish, so hopefully he can, but I'm just waiting to make sure that he gets down here. Not that I can do a lot, but better than me going all the way back to my house. No, this is not my car that I bought. This is a rental that we got because of the emergency engine situation, and I don't have to return it till late. I did go over and put my feet in the water in the beach, but I don't have my bathing suit. It is really hot outside. It's like 35 degrees, but there's a breeze over here. So if you're standing like here on the wall like I was, it doesn't feel too bad. It's funny because actually down on the beach, because it's a little bit lower down, it's hotter, but at least you can put your feet in the water, and the water feels perfect. Like it's cold enough to be refreshing, but not too cold. And Glafada Beach looks like it's cleaner than the last time I swam in it, so that's good. I will be really glad when the engine is fixed and all this drama from the week has happened, you know, the boat, my camera, you know, everything else that happened in the world this week, which is somewhat calmed down, at least, you know, or around the people that I know. Not for everyone, obviously, unfortunately, but what a day. The week of craziness has just continued. So in order to complete the car purchase, I needed to do all these declarations online, and because my Greek isn't great, I didn't do them correctly. So the sales guy was like, just come and I'll help you do it. That was great. And then I got stuck on a bus, as you saw, for about an hour because they'd closed one of the streets. Anyway, the good news is my friend was able to fix the engine this morning for the sailboat. So tomorrow I'm gonna go sailing with him for a couple of days, probably just down the Athens Riviera. So I'm running my last errand that I need to do before we do this so that I continue my summer travel plans. Thanks for watching this very chaotic vlog of the summer beginning in Athens. And I guess the thing is, you just never know what's gonna happen when you go sailing. That's kind of always been the way. There's always something that goes wrong every year. Sometimes it's like now, where it's before, and sometimes it's, you know, when you're already out on the water. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and stay tuned for more summer travel in Greece.